Hello. Today we're going to be exploring this interesting, unique, and quirky laptop. This was sold exclusively in Japan, and it is called an NEC lavie. If you never heard of it, that wouldn't be too surprising, because this laptop was only sold in Japan. As you can see, it even has the Japanese keyboard layout. See, is the stream freezing? Is the stream freezing for you all? Hold on. Let me know if the stream is freezing. It looks like it's freezing. Well, I'll just continue. Hopefully it'll come out better. On my end, it looks like this is freezing, but I'm not entirely too sure. So we'll first start by taking a look at it, taking a look at some of the interesting features that this has. You can tell that this is a pretty large laptop. This is a 15-inch laptop. So it's pretty decently sized. It's roughly about a similar size to the W series ThinkPads, like W530 or W520, except a bit less thick. On the side, we see we've got a disk drive. We got two USB 2.0s. And then there's also this. What is this? This looks like a... Oh, this is a volume knob. Well, it's not like a knob. It's like you switch it one way. It's like feels kind of bouncy in there. That's pretty interesting. I didn't notice that before. I'll have to try that out when I boot it up. It's got a Kensington lock. It's got another USB port and another USB 3.0 port. VGA port, of course. Ethernet. HDMI, that's nice. USB, and it actually has a separate microphone and headphone jack, which actually a lot of laptops from this time started to integrate them into one unit instead of having two units. See. And I'm gonna move the camera a bit closer here. Taking a closer look, we can see the underside. I can take the battery out here. It looks like about a 4-cell battery. This is the back before they had the solid state batteries that were just like a little stick. I don't know actually. I don't know what's actually in this battery. I shouldn't pretend like I know, but not a super high wattage battery, but or I mean, not a lot of watt hours. How many does it have? It has 46 watt hours, so not a whole lot. So I can just put it back in here, snaps into place. And we see it has several labels here, several labels on the underneath that are written in Japanese. Let's see if we can figure out what they say. I don't know how to speak or read Japanese, but I've got an app that could possibly help us out here. All right, see if you can see that. How interesting how the camera angle. I need to make sure that's in. All right, it says, the bottom of this device becomes hot during use. Do not place it in direct contact with your lap for long periods of time. This may cause low temperature burns. Okay. I actually did this earlier, so now I know. Handle with care. The built-in store disk to malfunction or important data to be lost, especially while data is being written to it. Okay, so I think I've installed, I have a SSD in this, so that's not a big deal. Oh, do not close the lid of the computer or carry it until the power light is off. When transporting the computer, put into hibernation mode or turn off the power. And there's another little notice here. When installing or removing additional RAM board, I think they just mean a RAM chip, be sure to wait at least 30 minutes after turning off the computer. Remove the AC adapter and battery pack from the computer and then remove the memory slot cover. So they're providing some warnings underneath here. And we have some information about the power here. I won't spend any time on that, but here it is. Something I've noticed with this device is that it does have quite a bit of dust in all of its ports. Like here's the SD card slot. There's quite a bit of dust in there. So I'm thinking that this is going to need a little bit of a cleaning from the inside. So I'm going to open it up. We'll take a look inside, and I may do a bit of cleaning and replace the thermal paste. Oh, and of course, even though I think this battery, I'm pretty sure this battery is dead, I'm still going to remove it anyways, just for extra safety. So I'm first starting with removing this panel. And we'll get into all the specs and the details of the processor later on, but for right now, I'm going to be doing a bit of, it's like a mild restoration. It's not perfect, but I'm going to redo the thermal paste. All right, and here it is. You have access to quite a bit of stuff from this area. Oh my. It's quite a bit of dust in there. So I'll be wanting to make sure I clean that up, assuming it is possible. I don't know how easy that will be, considering these aren't screws right here. So I don't know if there's a good way to take this apart. I might have to just reach in there, or I'll take this off and see how, see if I'd be able to get into that. And I've already upgraded the RAM to 16 gigabytes. And this does already have 16 gigs of RAM, as you can see. Oh wait, I haven't waited 30 minutes, but I'm not going to do that. I think it's fine. Or actually, no, I think it was off for a while. I haven't turned it on, so I think that's fine. So it's got an 8 gigabyte module here. It's got 2 of those. So first I'll remove this fan. Oh, it comes, do they all come all the way out? Huh. Oh, it does come all the way out. Interesting. Usually they're retentive. All right. So yeah, that thermal paste is quite dry and this thermal paste is quite dry and This thermal paste is quite dry and crusty, so it's a good thing I'm redoing it. Oh wait, at first I thought these weren't screws, but that's good. I'll be able to clean that out. First I'm going to clean the CPU and the heatsink. which, by the way, if you couldn't tell, the CPU, I believe, is a quad-core i7. So I could possibly, I think there's some faster quad-core i7s I could put in here, but I think this is plenty powerful enough as is. So I won't be upgrading it. I'm just going to be repasting it. And actually, I don't know, should I take it out to clean it? I think I don't need to take it out. And of course, this is a socketed CPU, so it is not a brand new computer. This is from 2012, so it's got a third generation processor in it. All right, I think that's pretty clean there. And I'll temporarily move the laptop to the side so I can clean the fan and heatsink assembly. All right, quite a lot of gobs there. It looks like they used a strip rather than regular thermal paste. I think that's fine. It's just a bit more I have to clean up here. All right, I think that's pretty clean. Now I'm gonna see if I can get this plate off of the fan cover so we can get that cleaned up as well. There's quite a bit of dust in there. It might be hard to see, but we'll see once we actually get it open. Let's see, is this one a good size? I think we can go a little bigger actually. I think this is, yeah, that's fine. These are really tiny. Very easily lose them. I'm gonna see if I can find a little thing to put them in because they're a lot more easy to lose. I could put them. I'm just gonna put them on the cloth. I don't know. Don't know what else I could put them in. Let's see. Oh, I think this is also glued. I think this might be glued. Oh no, it's got a little piece of tape here that's holding it on. Oh, but I think it might be glued too. Wait. Got some extra of this tape stuff. Special, this is cloth acetate tape. And I could always replace that, so it's not a big deal if I ruin it. Oh, it all comes out like this? Oh, and then there's a screw there. Okay, I didn't think that's how it worked. Oh my. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh man. That is a lot of dust in there. Oh man. This thing must have been getting really hot towards for the last owner. Oh, that is a lot of dust. It's just like it's a whole carpet across the entire thing. Now, I don't think I have a brush, so I'm gonna see if just using a cotton swab would be good enough. If not, then I might need to do some looking or find some other creative way to clean that out. Or I don't know, do I have a brush in here? I was looking for a brush earlier, but I couldn't find it before the stream. All right, I'm gonna zoom in for this. Watch that being removed. Oh my gosh. It's like this is like a full entire grandma in here. Someone just poured an urn all inside of this laptop. I should be wearing a mask for this. Uh, but I guess I'm just gonna be risky. I have a vacuum cleaner right here. I want to make sure I put the screws somewhere else so they don't get sucked up by the vacuum. Let's see. I will put them Okay, I think I found something. I got this metal plate thing here. I'll put them all in here. I've actually had this issue before where I've lost a screw because I was vacuuming something and the vacuum sucked the screw up and I couldn't find it. So I now know that I need to be careful with screws around vacuum cleaners. Oh, and there's a little vacuum tip on this vacuum cleaner, so I could just use that to help brush it out. All right, it might be a bit loud, so if you're wearing headphones, you might want to take them out or turn the volume down, because I'm about to turn on the vacuum cleaner. All right, I'm gonna turn it on. All right, so now let's see if I can clean this fan as well. Some of this dust is quite stubborn, so I might need to find a better way to get towards at least some of the edge areas. It's like it's kind of dried on there. Yeah, I've got this little bit of paper towel. I'll see if I can just... I don't want to damage this, so... I don't know actually if a cotton swab would be better. I could just get in the little edge here, and once I loosen it up, I'll vacuum it out. This may not be perfectly clean of every bit of dust, but I can get just most of it. That'll be good enough for me. All right, and I'll vacuum it again. All right. Still a little bit of dust towards the edge there. See if I can loosen that up again. I don't know what I'd actually, maybe if I just use a piece of paper, that might be a good option. Or this piece of cardboard. Actually, I could use this brush attachment from the vacuum cleaner. I think I could reach in there a little bit better. Hmm. All right, I think that's good enough. Or actually, there's just a little bit on the sides here. I'm just gonna get that. Okay, now that's fine. All right, I'll get the screws back and I'll reinstall those. I'll first start with the main screw. I'll use a different attachment for that one. I need somebody with steady hands. Eee. Okay. Yeah, I think I got this one wrong. Okay, got that one. See if I can get the others. Mm. All right, this fan, it seems all good to go. Actually, I almost forgot. I need to put on some acetate tape on the side here. I'll go get some really quick. All right, just a little bit is good enough. It originally went like this. So I need to cover up the side. I think because that's a little air path and they don't want it exiting through that area. So I'll put it like this. There. Now it seems good. I'll move this stuff out of the way and I'll go get the laptop. Oh, and I might as well clean this panel as well. I'll just get the vacuum brush and I actually might vacuum a few other little areas first. I'll vacuum up a few other areas before putting everything back together, just to get a little bit of dust out of there. All right, now that that's all cleaned up, I'll get some thermal paste. I'll put a thin amount over the die. This might be a bit too much, but it'll be fine. Right, I'll slide this in and put it down. Oh shoot, it became disconnected as I I didn't put, wait, did I put it in? Oh, okay. It didn't go all the way down. There's just a little bit there. I'll clean that up and I think that'll be fine. As long as it didn't connect and separate, then I think that is fine. Okay, so now it's made contact. So now I need to hold it down while I screw it in. I'll do the corners first. All right, and that should be good. Oh, and I almost forgot. Of course, I need to remember to plug the fan in. Can't tell you how many times I've forgotten to do that. You know, I'm like, oh, why is the fan not working? Oh, I didn't plug it in. That's why. I need to put it in like this. Snaps into place pretty well. I think that one was a slightly bit deeper than the other. clean my work area up a bit, and then I might as well show you the hard drive bay while we're here, actually. I might as well show the hard drive bay while we're here. So this is where you could put the drive. I put a 256 Samsung SSD there, and we could also have access to the CMOS battery if I needed to change it. I just need to pull this little strap and it pulls the SSD out, and I can just put it back in whenever I want to. Okay, there we go. I always seem to start with cross-threading it. I always strip these screws out a little bit. I need to get better with that. Yeah, I think it is lagging. I'm really hoping that once it's finished uploading, it stops lagging. I don't know why it's doing that. It doesn't seem laggy from the OBS side. I don't know why it seems laggy on your side. Hopefully it'll be able to upload correctly. Otherwise, I might have to make a separate video about this laptop. Well, I'll probably still edit this video, but then I'll probably edit the stream in some ways, but if I can't, then I'll have to make another thing. All right, so we got it all situated here. I'm gonna see if I can vacuum out some dust from the ports before we start testing and seeing what this laptop can do. And I've prepared quite a few interesting things for this computer. So here we are. Take a look at the keyboard. And for this laptop, I've installed a different operating system than I usually do. Arguably a pretty terrible, actually it is a pretty terrible operating system, but it's about what this laptop came with. Oh, I forgot to plug it in. That would help. Let's see how fast it boots up. That was a pretty fast boot up time. So first, let's take a look at the specs, see what this laptop has in store. I've mentioned it a little bit while I was cleaning it out, but let's see. How do I get to Task Manager? Okay, I can just click this. Oh wait, no, that's the file system. As you can see, yeah. As you can see, I have the language set to Japanese so that it's authentic for this laptop. Let's see if I can find Task Manager. Where is Task Manager? We got the G section, these sections. I'll just use Control Delete. If I can find delete. Oh, there it is. So let's see, which one is Task Manager? I think, wait, I'm gonna use the app I have to figure out which one is which one is Task Manager. Okay, it's the bottom one. So we've got an Intel i7 3630QM, an i7 3630QM. It's got 4 cores and 8 threads, which I'm not actually reading this. I've just seen Task Manager so many times that I know what it probably says. Actually, I'm curious if it says it in a different way than I'm used to, that translates into a weird way. Let's see, what does it say? It says, see if I can see that. Why is it so dim? Why is my phone going dim all of a sudden? The mouse is in the way. Okay, it says it's got socket, the core, logical processors, visualization. So yeah, it seems to be translated pretty well. You've got 16 gigabytes of RAM here. So that is, it's calling it memory, which is correct. Got an SSD. It's got a Wi-Fi card. Pretty good stuff. What about the size of this screen? Actually, I'm not too sure what the resolution of the screen is, but it doesn't look like it's super great. Let me see if I could find, figure out this where those settings are. So these are the settings. Let's see if it'll say display. Well, this top result came up, so I'm going to try that. All right, I should just use that app I have. Devices, account, privacy. Maybe it's devices. Is it under devices? Oh, in case you didn't realize, this is Windows 8.1, and it's the Japanese version of Windows 8.1. You've probably realized that by now. Easy operation, drive account, PC and devices. And display is right below that. And oh, it's 1366 by 768. So not a great resolution. What is this? Okay, I can change the direction that it's at. But aside from the not great screen and the not great operating system, I was trying to figure out how to exit out of this. I have to go up to the top and then to the corner up there. It auto hides, and I don't like that about Windows 8, and I think a lot of other people didn't either. The sound on this device is actually pretty good. It has sound from Yamaha, sound by Yamaha, and we'll do a little sound test. See, what's it? I wonder, let me see what it's recommending me. Recommending random political stuff, anime shorts, rain. Interesting. So I'm going to test the sound really quick. White. I'll use white back. What? Actually, what should I listen to? I could listen to something that is public domain.
Switch to Chrome to load your favorite sites fast.
Oh, and you can also use the little volume thing here. Oh, wait. Oh, I muted it. Huh. Oh. Oh, if I push it down, it mutes. So that's how you change it. Before we do that, I'm going to show you this. This is actually kind of interesting. So this little knob here, you push it down to mute and then push it again to unmute, and then you move it up and down kind of like a button, but it's kind of hard to move it up and down without pressing it. So I keep accidentally muting it. So it's like you mute it on accident, and you can move it up like this. You have to, it's not actually like rotating, it's pretty much just a circular switch attached to a button. But that's kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. I'm gonna look for one that I'm familiar with. Maybe audio. I don't see it. But yeah, the sound is pretty decent on this. What else was I gonna show? Also, I've got Minecraft installed in here. Let me see. Let's try out Minecraft. See how well that plays. This is actually this does have HD 4000 graphics, which is integrated graphics, but it is good enough to supposedly enough to play Minecraft. So we'll see. This is the menu, of course. We got to scroll sideways. And the Minecraft launcher is, of course, under the separate Minecraft launcher section. All right, and we'll just load in.
Press enter to enable the narrator.
Oh, it's got the narrator options set. See if I can turn this down. It might be a bit too loud. I think, as fun as it would be, I think I will not have the narrator on. All right. I've got the full screen, and I'm just going to enter a survival. I'll enter a creative world, and we're just going to fly around and see how well it goes. Actually, this might be a little too loud. I'm going to enter and fly around. We'll see how well this goes. All right, in the game. Taking a bit to load up, but we are getting in there. It's been a long time since I've... Oh, I don't remember wolves looking like this. So let me just try move it around. I think it's takes a while to load things that are far out in the distance, but oh, this is a quaint little village. Takes a while to load things far out in the village, but oh, I got my words mixed up. It takes a while to load things far out in the distance, but it does eventually load, and I think in survival mode that would be, seems like it'd be pretty decently playable. Let's see, if I'm just running around. I can't tell, I'm not exactly sure what frame rate this is. Let me see, options, video settings. I'll set it to 60 because I don't think this can do more than 60 hertz. Oh wait, I think I changed the wrong thing. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. I mean, this seems decently playable. Then when I fly away really, really quickly, I mean, of course, it's a lot to kind of load in things as I'm moving pretty quickly. But I mean, if you just don't fly super fast, then it's fine. Minecraft is more of a CPU intensive game, so I'm sure the quad cores probably helps. So I'll save and exit. Actually, I might come back here later because kind of like that village I just passed. It'd be a nice place to start a game. I forgot how I'm supposed to make it go faster. I was just doing it earlier. Well, I'll just save and quit. Seems to work pretty good. Oh, what else is there? Overall, I think this laptop is pretty interesting and quirky. I mean, look at some of these design features. It's got this random bit of chrome piece that isn't real chrome. This is plastic, but it looks kind of cool. Kind of has a interesting shape to it where it goes towards the outside there and just sort of goes inwards like this. We look at the front here. We have the touchpad, which sort of integrates to being part of the palm rest, but if you look really closely, it actually has a slight, like a rumply area, so you can kind of feel that this area is separate from this area. I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a little bit of a more rough feel right here. I really like this design, like with the little triangles. It's like I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's pretty quirky and interesting. We could see that this is the lavie badge here. This is a NEC lavie. So actually, I believe that I took a French class before. I think lavie means something like the life or something. That's not a terrible brand name. We've got a few. We got the model. I think this is the model LL750L. And as with most Japanese keyboard layouts, the spacebar is quite a bit tinier compared to the spacebars in a lot of other countries. Let's see if I can translate what some of this stuff does. So we got the zoom. It says my choice. I don't know exactly what my choice does. Then we got that says what did that say? Soft. Okay, so that says soft. I don't know exactly what that means. What happens when I press it? Does it do anything? I don't know. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. What about this button? That just opened up. That just opened up browsers, I think. I don't know. What does that say? Okay, so that's if I want to open one particular app, and it's giving me the choice of what I want to open when I click that button. That's interesting. We got a few other keys here. I'm not too familiar what all the keys do. Like, I don't know what this does. What is this? This is katakana conversion. What did I say? No conversion. Huh. Not entirely sure what that does. Let me know in the comments if you know what that means. I'm not entirely sure. Uh, it's a Chinese character. Huh. This is a let's see. Overall, I think there's a lot of wait, let me think. What do I want to say? Um, hello, who dare wins? So overall, I'd say in the United States, they don't sell any NEC laptops. I believe they've sold some in the 90s, um, but they don't sell any in the United States now. And I believe there's a lot of different Japanese laptop brands like Sony. There's Toshiba, which stopped making them. There's Panasonic. There's what else? There's probably one that I'm missing. A lot of different brands, and they've never really done too well in the United States. There's been a few where they've tried to sell them in the United States, but they've never done too well. I think it mostly has to do with marketing. I guess with Toshiba's got a little bit more popular, mostly because they were pretty cheap. Um, but they ended up closing down because they the most successful brands in the United States were ones that sold specifically to businesses, and and they ended up not really going well with American businesses. So interesting and quirky laptops like this um, are a lot more popular in the Japanese market. Oh, and Fujitsu was another brand I forgot. That's a brand. I mean, they still sell them in the United States, but it's like you don't really just go out and buy it at a store. You have to special order it. Um, but I'd say a pretty interesting and cool laptop. I like this laptop and its design a lot. It's not perfect with its, it's not, the screen isn't great, but aside from that, I'd say this is a pretty cool and interesting and unique laptop that I think I'll hold on to for a while. And with other brands, they and brands like this, I think NEC holds like about, I forgot, maybe 25% of the market share in Japan. Actually, let me look it up. Um, oh, which one does? Okay, so NEC and Lenovo have a joint venture, and they hold 40, what? Uh, wait, can't quite tell. Okay. In 2009, they controlled 18% of the Japanese PC market. I don't know. What about now? These come from all sorts of different dates. This is stock information. Well, I could look into that later, but quite a bit of they're quite a bit more popular in Japan, and I'm not entirely sure why. I'll probably do some more research in a different video later on, because I think I might make another video about this laptop later on. But I'd say pretty interesting. Shit, I'm trying to think if there's is there anything else that you all want to look at with this laptop? Any other things that you want to see or want me to talk about, or I've got a warning here. Don't know what that's about. Well, I think that's all I have for now, but I might make a more in-depth video on this later. We'll see. But I hope you have a good day, and if you like this, consider leaving a like. How's the camera? Oh, yeah, let's take a look at the camera. See if I can find the camera. Is this the camera? I mean, it exists. There is a camera. Yep. It seems kind of, what do you say, grainy, but it works. It's probably 720p or something. It's about what I'd expect. It's about what I'd expect from a camera from this era. It actually probably looks better from your view than it does from my view. Because from my view, it looks kind of grainy. Let me see if I can zoom in. Kind of grainy and faded, but it works. Oh, I just took a picture. Windows 8 is so bad. It's like I click on this and then it blocks me from exiting. I have to go to the corner here, but then I keep accidentally going to this area. It's like a... Oh, yep, there we go. That's kind of funny. But I think that's all I have for now. So I think I'm going to end this stream, but I might make another video a different time, possibly using some footage from this, if it's not laggy. I don't know if it's laggy for all of you or it just seems kind of laggy.